Hi everyone, my name is Hovanec-Carey, and in this role play situation I will be the social worker, and my client will be coming in and he is dealing with some anger issues which he's having a hard time recognizing, but those issues are causing some larger problems in his relationship with family and friends. And he was actually recommended to come in today because his girlfriend just didn't feel comfortable with the way he was responding towards her and didn't think it was normal for him to behave that way. And we'll see how that goes and how he responds to this first meeting. But during this meeting and during this video, I'm going to be displaying a few social work skills. And the four that I chose, they're empathy, active listening, social perceptiveness, and boundary setting. Empathy is something that I'm naturally pretty good at, and most social workers are. Active listening, so I'll be really listening to what the client is saying and then responding with questions that align with what they're saying and trying to keep a direct course during this session. I'm also going to be looking at social perceptiveness, which is really analyzing how the client looks and behaves during this, not only verbally but physically, and responding in a way that matches that and shows that I understand that. Boundary setting is the last social work skill that I'm going to be implementing during this session, and I'm a little bit nervous to work on that because that's something that I struggle with. Oh, hello Juan Pinto. My name is Hovanec-Carey, and I'll be your social worker during this process.
Great.
You can just feel comfortable to call me Amber. What would you like to be referred to as?
Just call me Anthony.
Okay, perfect. So could you just tell me a little bit more about yourself? Why you're here today?
Well, kind of don't know why I'm in here. It's more of like I've always been told, you get really angry easily. It's more of like simple things anger me, and it's more of that people, like family or loved ones, notice it more than, say, friends. And they mention that, to me, I feel like I don't need help. That is something I can solve on my own. But I'm here because I want to see what maybe we can do together.
Okay, so what you're saying is that the things that have happened, something with anger, it's more something that family and friends recognize, but not necessarily something you consider a problem?
Yeah, I feel that the reason why I get mad, there's a reason behind it. And when I try to explain it, the people who I'm getting mad at don't see it, but they only see that I'm mad. They don't see the reason why I'm mad. So it makes it worse for me, so I'm like, well, why don't you get it? I'm telling you why I'm mad. If I tell you one thing, and you do the exact opposite, I'm going to get mad. I'm going to tell you, this is why I'm mad. But people don't really understand, so.
And then them not understanding just makes it worse, and then you get more angry.
It just confuses me. I'm like, well, are you an idiot, So.
Okay. So when you use words like idiot to refer to people, that sounds like you're frustrated or like you're angry.
Well, yeah, but it's also a definition of someone acting like a minor. And if they're more insulted by getting mad, then it's like a little kid. A little kid gets mad because, their parents are frowning at them? No, it's just that I want you to understand.
Okay. So, if you don't feel like what you're doing is necessarily wrong, then what brought you in here today?
Well, my girlfriend says I should get help, and I respect the decision, so I'm here.
Okay, that's a really good step.
Thanks.
How do you feel normally? do you always feel a little bit of tension or anger, or is it just in certain situations?
Certain situations. I feel that I have ease and control until it gets to a point where there's too much going on and that I no longer have control because someone else is trying to interfere. And that's when I react to it.
So you feel better when you're in control, but whenever something's out of your own control, then that's when you start feeling.
I control my own life. And so if I feel happy and then something comes in and try to be unhappy, and that's when I retaliate. Because I want to feel the way I want to feel and have no influence on someone else on me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So I think that's something a lot of people struggle with. Definitely wanting to be in control of their own lives. But maybe this week we could work on learning how to deal with situations when we're not in control.
Okay.
Because as much as we want to be in control, there's always going to be situations where we can't be.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if we can try to just work on ourselves and how we can respond to situations rather than changing situations that we know we can't change.
Okay.
So in order to do that, we need to set some goals. And before we do that, let me ask you, so if you were to wake up tomorrow, what would be different in order to make it a perfect world for you? To make your life perfect?
The perfect world for me is where things are normal, but there's no one to perfect world. That's a hard question because I feel my life is perfect, but of course everyone wants more money or a big house, a family. But to me, it's like those are the things I care for, so I'll be happy without it.
So it sounds like you're dealing with a lot of pressure to adhere to what people consider normal and also what you really care about. So you mentioned things like a family and a house as something that society looks towards as good and what should be achieved.
Mm-hmm.
So what matters to you? Aside from society, what makes you happy?
Happiness itself makes me happy.
And what do you mean by happiness itself makes you happy?
The joy of just human things like family, love.
So, going forward, would you like to meet the same time next week?
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so let's just touch base on a few things, some goals that we can look towards, and so long term, and then some short term goals that we can start implementing this week.
Okay.
So, ultimately, we're to decide on a goal, and what you mentioned that waking up in a perfect world, it would be, you're not really sure, because you feel that you have everything that should make you happy, but it doesn't.
Yeah, that's part of being human. It's not perfect.
So if we can both agree that no situation is going to be perfect, then the one thing that we can work on is how to respond to that situation.
Okay.
So our long-term goal should look at responding in a more positive way to get a hold of our emotions before we respond, before we say something or do something that we might regret later.
Okay.
And there's steps that we can take to get there. So we can look at focus on things that make us happy. We can try to realize that we can be happy in an imperfect world. And we can try to be more positive about things. about people or about situations. So this week, I'd like you to do some relaxation techniques. So that could be some deep breaths, some stretching, some just different techniques, and I'll give you some information about that in a little while.
Okay.
And then next week we can go over some more, which might be different ways of communication, maybe talking to people, and really just trying to understand each other before one or the other person just gets upset or frustrated because there's a misunderstanding. Then we'll meet next week at the same time, and then we will implement another weekly goal.
Okay.
Okay?
Good.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you for your time.
it.